How to decide which opportunities to focus on. Now, you maybe put together already a list of improvement ideas. I know we had the other video. If you haven't watched that yet, I recommend you go ahead and you do that activity where you get your ideas up on Post-its, right? So once you have your ideas on Post-its, you can start to think about which improvements you want to move forward. Now, for continuous improvement tools, the easiest projects are going to be those for existing processes. So if you're looking at your list of ideas and you're saying, these are a lot of new things, or some of these processes are brand new, we've never done this before, we've never heard of it before, that might not be the easiest project to take on, especially at the beginning. It's easiest to attack some of our existing processes versus looking at designing a new process. Now, some of the questions that I ask as I'm vetting these ideas is the project already started? So if you've already put money towards this, if you've already invested towards this, then, just do it. Maybe it's something you just need to finish. So we don't need to spend a lot of time on debating, should we do this, should we not? We're doing it and we just haven't finished it. So go and finish that, right? So is it already started? Another challenge to each of these ideas that you might have on the Post-it is, can this be done in 3 months? If it can't be done in 3 months, how can you break it down? So maybe instead of it being one project, maybe it's 3 different projects. The next question I would ask if I was coming into your organization is there data? Is there some place that you can go to that gives you a objective look at this process? So some kind of maybe tracking mechanism, maybe some kind of a database, maybe your POS system. Is there data that you can use to help you make decisions about this improvement? That's going to make it easier for you if you take that on as something that you want to see change. The next question is your team ready to begin? When we do improvement projects, they take time, they take effort. Fire prevention takes a lot more time than firefighting, right? So you're going to have to borrow from your firefighters to go ahead and prevent some of these fires in the future. So we want to make sure that your team is ready to begin. If they're not, what can you do to better prepare them? What can you do to take some things off of their plate so that they know that this improvement project is a priority? And going along with all of that, make sure that you finish projects that are in progress before you attack some of these new projects. So like we said, if it's already started, go ahead and finish that, or decide that you're not going to finish that, but make it clear so that you're not splitting your resources. So now that you have all of these different ideas, what we can do is we can look at them by ease and then by impact. So what we want to do is make sure that we're choosing projects that are going to have the highest impact with the least effort, that are the easiest. So you don't have to use the pig chart like I have here. I find the language on the pig chart a bit confronting. I don't really want to tell anybody that I think their idea should be killed. So I generally just use the impact and ease. And I like to, if possible, articulate what high impact means. So if you've identified what good looks like, then high impact would be those things that help you to align with good. Low impact might be leaning towards that bad side, right? So what does a bad day look like? So if you understand the answers to those questions, you should be better able to articulate what something that's high impact versus low impact would be, or something that's an easier project versus a harder project. So go ahead and take each of those ideas, and what you're going to do is you're going to rank them by that impact and ease. Once you're done, you now have a ranked list of a lot of different opportunities that you can go after. Now, hopefully you've taken all these and made them into like 3-month chunks. That's going to make it much easier to go ahead and move something forward. You can even think of it as maybe like the quarterly project you're going to work on. I always recommend do not take more than 2 or 3 Post-its off of this chart. So if you are going to work on them, you should work from those that are going to be highest impact and easiest, and then you're going to work down. But don't take more than 2 or 3. You are not going to be able to boil the ocean. You are not going to be able to fix all of these things. I know we want to. I know some of them are on our radar, and maybe if they're easy, we move them forward without even realizing it now. But the ones that you're going to be really focused on, that you're going to put time and effort and resources towards, are going to be those top 2 or 3 ideas.